What's up everyone, my name is Chris, welcome to the Like Sneaker channel. If you like sneakers, you've come to the right spot. My reviews are based on rating the following categories and scoring them out of 10, and I will provide on-feet footage, resale predictions and my overall feelings towards the sneaker. Within the most knowledgeable sneaker community, one of the holy grails for any super collectors is the Tom Sachs collab with Nike Craft Mars Yard. Though they look rather average, surprisingly the first 1.0 edition launched in 2012 is currently valued over £10,000 and the second edition launched in 2017 is around £4,000. So why are the Mars Yard so expensive? It is purely because of their rarity, unique design and successful Wear Testers marketing program. It is campaigned to those who are luckily chosen where the wear testers actually have to physically wear the shoes and provide feedback to aid in the updating of the shoe. Whilst doing some casual online browsing, a pair of sneakers caught my attention, and after some consideration I've pulled the trigger and I think it's worth a review. So let's take a closer look at the Nike Daybreak type in the light bone / orange hemp / dark driftwood colorway. Released in June 2021, they were set at a retail price of £80, which is equivalent to $100 US. I've purchased these online from a shoe chain called Office, which makes a pleasant change from raffles and paying resale prices. Being part of Nike's N.354 program, the Nike Daybreak type is a revisited silhouette that was inspired by the legacy created by Nike co-founder Bill Bowerman when Nike was previously known as Blue Ribbon. This design was influenced by profiles from the 70s and remastered with today's underfoot technology and materials. Reconstructed with the tapered overlays and exposed stitching marks its evolutionary progression into the modern day vibes. In terms of concept and nostalgia, this track and field design is relatively common theme for the 70s, but obviously giving it a modern revamp, which a lot of brands are also doing. I will give this a score of 6.8. These come in standard Nike cardboard box with the N.354 typeface printed on the upper lid. There is a sticker panel briefly describing the purpose of N.354 program. On the label it reads Nike Daybreak type. The colorway is light bone, orange hemp, UK size 10, 29 centimeters and made in China. There was nothing wrong with the box, it was expected because nowadays there is a heavy emphasis on recycling. The packaging and wrapping are basic and simple, therefore I will give it a 5.5. Starting from the front, styled with a beige coloured breathable nylon mesh upper with a brown coloured front toe cap with brushed back tan coloured suede overlays for additional reinforcement. Between these two panels you have the exposed bar tack and zigzag style stitching in orange. The tan suede also runs up to the eye stay area with 7 eyelets and laced with flat white tonal laces. Here we have the white perforated foam tongue made in mesh with exposed terry toweling for a vintage look and the N.354 embroidered tongue tag. For both lateral and medial, the Nike swoosh is in the same orange colour that is outlined by the stitching that makes up the shape on the same breathable nylon mesh panel. Moving towards the heel counter, you have a really firm tan coloured heel clips designed for support and a 2-layer raised N.354 branded heel moustache made in a darker shade of brown synthetic leather. The sock liner is formed by padded nylon in tan colour. The base of the insole is made by perforated and cushioned foams, also in this neutral colour, with a small Nike swoosh outlined in orange. The sneaker is embedded on the white foam midsole unit. Finally, you have the black rubber iconic waffle outsole featuring flashy angling at the front and the back for a modern look. All in all, it's a clean design with a versatile colorway and being controversial, very similar to the Mars Yard colorway. And because of this, I will give this a slightly higher score of 8.4. In terms of quality, the suede and the nylon mesh is not too bad and seems durable for everyday wear, even the insoles are nicely cushioned. The leather heel moustache gives it a slightly premium touch. Perhaps the minor issue is the exposed lining on the tongue that will gradually wear down and discolouring. I'll give this a 7. I am actually quite surprised with these. There are very minor visible glue stains on the front and heel tab. There are no loose threadings or stitching. I'll score this 9.1. Now let's move on to some on-feet footage. With regards to sizing, I understand everyone's foot and shape is unique. What I have done is I've measured my foot physically and I've provided you a simple guide on how I've measured my foot and my measurements. And you can pause and view this guide in your own time. Hopefully this will provide you a better clue for viewers who are typically UK size 10 or US 11 or EU 45 towards the fitting of the sneaker. So my foot physically measures 28.1 cm lengthwise with a low arch and slightly flat-footed. My standard Nike size for Jordan and Air Max 90s is UK size 10. Despite the streamlined appearance, I find the toe box does offer some room to move your toes, and I would stick true to size if you have normal or slightly wide feet. These are probably the lightest pairs of shoes in my collection, and to be honest, I wasn't expecting it to be that comfortable as it is a vintage silhouette. I have already worn these outside and did 3 to 4 hours of non-stop city walking, and surprisingly they are pleasantly comfy. I can feel there's a slight bounce on the forefoot area, and I did some brisk jogging up and down flights of stairs and felt the minor feedback from the cushioning. Although not comparable to Adidas Boost in terms of maximum comfort, but for a retro runner it is decent. I would score this at 8.1. I would consider these as both lifestyle and running shoes for average to lengthy walking. The colorway looks great and it is flexible with casual wear. It is also very light, therefore my feet didn't feel too burdened with all the walking and jogging. It is a good pair of sneakers to take for hot weather vacation, as I did not feel my feet were overheated due to the breathable mesh on the toe box and on the sides. On the other hand, best avoid wearing it in wet conditions as your socks or feet can get wet. I will score this 8.3. These are available in retail but not in all major footwear retailers. I think the value will reach around £130 for the next 2 months, which makes a small profit. Unless people catch on to some hype and consider these as a substitute for the original Mars Yard, I can see it will gradually decline back down near the retail price. Please note these are purely based on my personal predictions. I have to admit I was a bit skeptical about these, but I'm happy that I've pulled the trigger as I find them easy to wear as well as being comfortable. Obviously, without saying, I think these do bear strong resemblance to the Mars Yard colorway, which makes it easy to match clothing gear with the neutral khaki tones. I reckon Nike had done quite a good job in revamping these with upgraded cushioning and design, and I particularly like the fact that it's very lightweighted. £80 is not a bad price for these, and I think they deserve some attention. Therefore, I will give this an overall score of 7.9. I personally think Nike have been very cheeky in releasing these pairs which look similar to the Mars Yard 1.0. If you paint all the outsoles to white, update it to metal ring eyelets, and change the white laces to tugged cell laces, add some reddish coloured heel tabs, then these will become a passable mock-up of the Mars Yard 1.0. So do you think these are the poor man's version of the Mars Yard 1.0, or they hold up in its own right? Whether you agree with my scoring, and if you do have a pair, do you think the modernisation is justified? Please feel free to leave your comments below. A huge thanks for watching this video, and I really appreciate if you can like, subscribe and share this video and channel. As always, I will bring you more interesting sneakers for reviewing. Like sneaker, Daybreaking out. Finally, you have the black rubber iconic waffle outside.